Good morning, everyone. Last time we looked at the Shum concepts regarding awareness of niif and niif. A reminder on those, niif is awareness and niif is awareness traveling. Very simple difference. The M means it's traveling. Today's talk adds the concept of iif. Iif was made reference to in the definition of niif. It was point 4. Niif can travel from the 7th to the 4th dimension. Its home is in the 5th and 4th dimensions, but it usually resides in the 4th, looking at the 3rd. In contrast to iif, which is the observation of awareness flowing only through the higher areas of mind. So they're different. That's the point. Niif and niif are different forms of awareness. So the full definition of niif is 1. Awareness flowing or traveling from one area of the higher mind to another in the 4th and 5th dimensions. 2. The tantra of observing awareness as it flows or travels in these 2 higher dimensions. 3. Unless one is totally aware, one is not at all conscious of this happening. One may usually be only conscious of niif and its flow, then in deep meditation of niif and its flow. 4. It is possible, however, to be simultaneously aware of niif or niif, each independent of the other and yet dependent upon each other. Very interesting. We have a commentary from Gurudeva on niif. Niif is awareness traveling, flowing constantly in the 5th and 4th dimensions. Unless one is totally aware, one is not at all conscious of the happening, but only conscious of niif and its flow, then in deep meditation of niif and its flow. There are times when niif changes places with niif, and the change is unnoticed until afterwards. This is when one begins to see intuitively that which is in the 4th and 5th dimensions. This collage then is when we are completely aware in the 4th and 5th dimensions, such as in Mamsani or Mambashum. When niif is flowing in daily life, being aware of 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd dimensions, niif is flowing in the 5th and 4th independently. This accounts for intuitive flashes. When a nache works on a mamsani or mambashum, the niif vibration is niif. Niif will be defined in a minute. Continuing within the areas and the neighboring areas of the mamsani or mambashum, while niif is totally aware in other areas. When the nache goes into the mamsani or mambashum, again niif changes places with niif, and a place of seeing deeper into related areas than did occur in the previous meditation. These niif became conscious of during niif. So Gurudeva mentioned niif. We have a definition of niif. 1. Meditation, holding the vibration from one Shum Nam to another. 2. Continuity between meditations. 3. After Shum Nam or any type of meditation practice, pilgrimage or temple puja, a vibration fills one and remains with one long after. This vibration or current or CDC is called niif. Niif should be held from meditation to meditation or puja to puja. It can be likened to a phrase in music. Each time the niif vibration wears thin, we should reconstruct that area through Shum Nam, puja, or another meditation. 7. Niif is generally held within the vibration of the Kaling Kasim Kamshumalinga. 8. It is possible to go into consciousness into Bivumbikarim Chenali Chemavumna or Kamakadi Isare and not break the niif. But getting into a detailed discussion or argument within Ratnam Chevum, or being remorseful or reminiscing the past and Akailisimbi would break the niif. 9. It would then, with some effort, have to be re-established. 10. Niif is especially necessary to those yogi tapasvins who hope to advance in their Raja Yoga on the Saiva path. So now that we know what niif means, I want to read what Gurudeva said about it again. It'll make more sense. Niif is awareness traveling, flowing constantly in the fifth and fourth dimensions. Usually one is totally aware. One is not at all conscious of the happenings, but only conscious of niif and its flow. Then a deep meditation of niif and its flow. There are times when niif changes places with niif, and the change is unnoticed until afterwards. This is when one begins to see intuitively that which is in the fourth and fifth dimensions. This collage then is when we are completely aware in the fifth and fourth dimensions, such as in Mamsani or Mambashum. When the niif is flowing in daily life between fifth, fourth, third, and second dimensions, the niif is flowing in the fifth and fourth independently. This accounts for intuitive flashes. When a Nache works on a Mamsani or Mambashum, the niif vibration is niif, continuing within the areas and neighboring areas of the Mamsani or Mambashum, while niif is totally aware in other areas. When the Nache goes into the Mamsani or Mambashum, again niif changes places with niif, and a place of seeing deeper into related areas than did occur in the previous meditation. These niif become conscious of during niif. So we have a meditation which uses those concepts, and we'll look at that next. It also has the concept of Onif, which has the definition 1. The sublime vibration of a place or platform of worship, an altar outside or inside. 2. Finding the place within yourself that is absolutely quiet. 3. In Onif, we are deep enough within that all of the forces of the mind can be seen, and we are, like the hummingbird, totally quiet. 4. From Onif, we look out and see the forces equalizing themselves. The meditation is niif, niif, Onif. So the English explanation is, begin your meditation by finding the state of consciousness you attained in your last meditation on Onif. Find a place within yourself that is absolutely quiet. Go deep enough within that all of the forces of the mind can be seen, and you are, like the hummingbird, totally quiet. Each time try to go deeper into Onif in your current meditation than your previous one. So a simple way of looking at that is comparing it to a computer that can do things in the foreground and the background at the same time. And then you can bring what's in the foreground, you can bring what's in the background into the foreground, and put what's in the foreground into the background. So that's the idea, that when we're doing a meditation on a regular basis, it's in the background. It's always there. Niif is working on the meditation. It's background of the mind. Whereas niif is in the foreground of the mind doing anything. And as long as we avoid over-intellectualization, and particularly any argument, when we go into meditation, we're switching. We're taking what was in the background and putting it in the foreground, and putting what was in the foreground into the background. So that's what Gurudev is saying. They're both going on all the time, but niif is about the within. It's an awareness that doesn't become aware of the external. It's just aware in the internal, the fourth and fifth dimensions. So it relates to our meditative states. So we have both types of awareness are always functioning. That's the point. Awareness isn't a singular thing. This is saying there's two aspects to it that are basically function as if they are separate. Have a wonderful day.